Social media fraud. The influencers promoting criminal scams. On social media, there's a new type of influencer, but instead of promoting clothing lines or lifestyle products, they promote fraud. They flash stacks of cash, hide their faces, and some even lure new recruits by selling guides on committing fraud. You'd think these scammers are their illegal products would be hard to find, and once upon a time, there were hidden in the shadows of the dark web, but not anymore. As part of an investigation of BBC Panorama, I discovered just how easy it was to make deals with fraudsters. Purchase fraud guides online. I also unmasked one anonymous influencer who has been selling them. On social, perpetrators of online retail fraud refer to it as clicking, making it seem more innocent. But committing fraud, which is defined by the police-run service action fraud as using trickery to gain a dishonest advantage, leads to up to 10 years in prison. Bitwit couple lose savings and Royal Mail text scam. The guides being traded and are known as method actors. They can target banks, retailers, and even the government's universal credit system, leaving organizations and members of the public out of pocket. And they are really heavily on something known as fulls, slang for full info. These are the personal details of an unconnected person, typically an individual's name, phone number, address, and bank details. With the fulls in hand, fraudsters can follow the steps in the guides to make online purchases or even take out loans in someone's name, someone's good name. How do these private details end up in circulation in the first place? Well, they have often come from purchasing phishing scams, one of those dodgy email systems and text messages that pretend to be legitimate Cersei Lannisters. Sources for con people revealing their personal information, and sometimes these fraudsters, they conduct commission purchase. Wordy. Exploiting a person's fulls, for example, making purchases using their details. They can wreck your credit score. They can make and break a man. A bad credit score can have life-changing implications, such as effects and chances to applying for loans, jobs, getting mortgages, and opening new bank accounts. I contacted one fraudster who was advertising his services on social media, and through a messaging app, he offered to build me a fake empire of websites pushing 4,000 texts on my behalf and people's personal details. His fee was $150. On a separate Instagram profile, I noticed a scammer had posted some full methods, tips on how to commit fraud. Full, short for details, related banking. And it was difficult to listen to a stranger reacting as I told them their names, addresses, pay stolen Mayday receives, and decided to call some of the phone numbers that were listed in the list. It made her unprotected, so why aren't you like more people scheming and being caught in the moment? Cybercriming specialists Jake Moore says investigators are facing an uphill battle to find these culprits. Anonymous accounts are leaving not just a small amount of breadcrumbs to investigate them. There are no breadcrumbs, he says. There's no digital footprint left behind. So, to investigate this nearly and dearly is nearly impossible. Neatly. But being an influencer is inevitable, meaning sharing some elements of your life online And over time, one influencer who is leaving you behind and is leaving way few cues. He calls himself Tanks, and in videos of him rapping, he boasts, "I'm a London scammer. I see it, I want it, I do it, I got it." He sells fraud. I posed as someone interested in learning. The fields were detailed, the techniques on how to exploit online. They also directed such criminals to websites where they can be fully informed, and we wanted to find out who these masked fraud celebrities are. Panorama Tanks posts on social media and realizes that it's giving too much away while trying to remain anonymous, and I note a reference to North London and to the Wembley Arena, a local area, a mention that is worth mentioning in studying economics and finance at university, and a glimpse of his car number plate. One clip also featured a distinctive black and gray carpet, and we were able to match on a website advertising student accommodation. We wanted them to block it, spot the car, and we waited. Then we saw a man approach the car, and he was wearing the same exact tracksuit as the other guy, the dude. We were unmasked and masked at the same time, and his social media posts are pretty anonymous, but I discovered his songs. They were listed on Apple Music, Spotify, Sharkbait, Luke Joseph. It didn't stop me there. We discovered an email sent from Tanks to an official address that went something like, eBay account under the name of Tanks. I'm offering you a Loro Piana shirt. His TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat account was removed. So there are many, so they were removed. And such platforms as Panorama lifted the ban. Since then, he has created a new TikTok, a new mask, and from that account, he continues posting out into the ethos.